The history of video game adaptations of the Alien film franchise is decidedly uneven, ranging from the highs of Rebellion's award-winning shooters at the turn of the century to the bumbling Xenos of Gearbox's Aliens Colonial Marines. Does Aliens Fireteam Elite add itself to the list of good Alien games?
We're all in strung out shape. But stay frosty.
Or is this squad unfit for combat?
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You secure that shit, Hudson.
Find out in our review. Hey folks, if you enjoy the review, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. Let's get started. The newest of these attempts at bringing the world of the Aliens films into the digital realm is from Cold Iron Studios and Focus Home Interactive. Aliens Fireteam Elite puts players in the shoes of Space Marines against a seemingly insurmountable number of xenomorphs and unwanted meddling from the ever-present evil corporation, Weyland-Yutani.
It's what we call a shake-and-bake colony.
Its third-person perspective and mission design elements make it feel like a relic from 15 years ago, though it carries modern trimmings that may please those who love unlocking cosmetics and similar items, even if those parts of the game feel weirdly disconnected from the source material.
Well, that's great. That's just great, man. Now what the are we supposed to do?
Fireteam Elite is a third-person shooter where groups of 3 combatants dispatch from a hub ship to engage in various missions, and a horde mode that unlocks once players wrap up a campaign playthrough. There are a total of 5 Space Marine class types to choose from, each with its own special abilities and firearm selection. The Gunner class gets the iconic pulse rifle from Aliens, and the ability to enter overclock mode, which allows for faster shooting and other buffs over a limited time period. The Technician starts with a shotgun that is less capable than the Gunner's pulse rifle, but is able to deploy sentry turrets that work on cooldowns.
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
Heard that.
As more time is put into the game, additional weapons, attachments, consumables, and more allow the deploying team to customize their loadouts for a specific mission or expedition.
We got tactical smart missiles, phase plasma pulse rifles, RPGs, we got sonic electronic ball breakers. We got nukes, we got knives, sharp sticks.
Knock it off, Hudson.
New consumables, attachments, and cosmetics can be found hidden throughout the game world, awarded upon mission completion or purchased from the base ship's armory. Fireteam Elite offers a few different in-game currencies, with some types of credits being used for armaments and others for clothing, stickers, or emotes. It can be debated how appropriate such visual customization fits the game universe, as the wilder equipment can potentially kill the immersion. But many other parts of the game already do a solid job of that, so the heavy push towards cosmetics is one of the lesser evils in this package.
Hey, Hicks. Man, you look just like I feel.
The main campaign is divided into several sections and can be completed with a full team of buddies, plubbies, or AI-controlled androids.
You never said anything about an android being on board, why not?
A team of 3 will always be on the ground for you each campaign mission. If you find yourself down during play, your teammates can revive you and vice versa. The AI teammates do an admirable job of helping players progress through the proceedings, but bringing along real-life Space Marines is always preferable.
Well, that explains it, and the U2s always were a bit twitchy.
Once you are boots on the ground, things ratchet up instantly. You'll be shooting and killing so many xenomorphs. Think numbers like Left 4 Dead, or the amount of bad guys top our Harley wasted in Hot Shards Part 2.
Alright, we waste him. No offense.
No!
It's hard to move more than a few meters through any of the levels without being under constant bombardment by the xenomorphs. While the better movies in the film series offer an excellent lesson in tension, Fireteam Elite chooses the opposite approach. At times, it can feel like a powered launch roller coaster that just takes off into 5 straight loops, and then returns to the station at 70 miles per hour.
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1.
Things get mixed up with the inclusion of special Xeno variants, like the Spitter or Brute, but many times, you'll lose track of the bigger or special colored aliens just because you'll be fighting the camera while swarmed by the rank and file creatures. Other times, you'll see the pack coming, and each of the Xenos gets a yellow outline that does help with shooting, but kills immersion.
That ain't so good.
Speaking of killing immersion, some of the design choices in Fireteam Elite work to pull you out of the moment rather than make you feel like an actual space grunt. Within seconds of starting the first mission, you'll see an air duct grate fall in front of you in a corridor. It's the classic trope of the franchise, but then you see it happen again a few seconds later. By the time I cleared the opening act of the campaign, in one of the refinery areas, I felt like this trick was shown at least 15 times.
Coming out of the goddamn wall! Look!
The special Xeno variant hiding behind the corner to jump you and initiate a dreadful QuickTime event also happens over and over, drawing me back to 2006, when this type of thing wasn't completely played out. Within the missions, you'll really only be moving from point A to point B and holding a button to watch a circle fill in the UI. Whether it's opening a door, checking a computer, or picking up something off the ground, you'll be getting to know the circle fill UI element like the back of your hand. I lost track of how many times you have to hold the button to trigger the next onslaught of Xenos while you hold your position for a fixed time.
Speed comes down to 20. 10.
Deeper into the campaign, things are mixed up with the introduction of other enemy types, though the action that results also feels like it was pulled directly from any generic cover shooter from the mid-2000s. The sound design also caught my attention more than a few times. While many of the sounds and cues work well, everything in the aural mix is uneven. The pulse rifle sounds like it was copied directly from the movies, but it's also quieter than just about everything else going on, including simple reloads or Xeno death gurgles.
Bypassing death. Shutdown imminent.
Some things trigger odd sounds that drown out the things you'd expect to dominate a chaotic firefight, including what sounds like violin stems that play every time you hit a normal Xeno in the head. Some special variants make other sounds when hit, and those sounds are louder than the guns, oddly enough.
This is so nuts. I mean, listen to what you're saying.
While it certainly won't win any beauty contest, Fireteam Elite looks good enough for the purpose it needs to serve. The early refinery areas look close enough to the architecture in Haley's Hope from Cameron's 1986 film. The graphical effects feel dated in places, and I would prefer something more atmospheric. But if the plan was to shoot 6,000 Xenos without stopping to breathe, what we get from Fireteam Elite's graphical presentation suits its design. The game ran very smoothly on my PC with solid frame pacing, even with everything maxed out.
I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I have mixed feelings about my times with Aliens Fireteam Elite. I love the movies, well, the first two, and cooperative shooting is usually in my wheelhouse, but I could never connect with what it has on offer here. I feel the gunplay, mission design, and pacing have been a big turnoff for me, so I don't personally see much value in endlessly repeating these missions for better attachments or cosmetics. It's worse at conveying the spirit of the movies than past games, and feels pretty generic for a modern online co-op shooter. I can see a dedicated group of alien buffs spending some time here through the end of the summer, but beyond that, the future is about as bleak as a visit to LV-426.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Hey folks, if you enjoyed the review, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. For more video reviews and everything else gaming related, you're already in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
You secure that shit, Hudson.